This meeting is being recorded.
Oh gosh. Okay. That's when you know it works, right? Okay, so I guess we'll start up with the stand-up, where we can just update what we're doing. Does anyone want to go first? No pressure.
I'll go.
Okay.
Um, so like I said, I've been busy, but I took a look at the comments that Dagger wrote in my PR. I've made the changes. However, when I pulled the changes from Dev, I've been seeing this weird error in my PS config file, which isn't a big deal at the moment, but I don't know why the error just keeps appearing. I've ignored it and we'll probably take a good look at it later on. But yeah, I have that error and I'm still having troubles connecting with the back end. I was taking a look at the API documentation that Mohammed sent, and I followed the process, but for some reason it's still not working. So yeah, that's I'm stuck. I'm stuck trying
Okay.
to figure out what's going on.
Okay. So like some bugs. Is there anything that the front end can like support you with in terms of like troubleshooting or anything?
I think the first thing is to even understand this error message that I've been getting.
Okay.
I try to copy it, but I can't copy it and it's like paste it anywhere. It's not letting me copy the error message.
Uh-huh. Hmm. Strange. Is it possible if you could screenshot it?
Yeah, we can look at it after the stand up. Let every
Okay.
other person go. Thank
So
you.
I'll add that to the agenda as well, like debugging. Do you want to put that last since I think that one might take a little bit more time? So like if Annie needs to go to church or something, or I don't know,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
happens, then we
I'm
can like
happy to.
debug more later.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Okay, great.
And,
Okay. Is there anything else that you wanted to add, Victoria?
um, that's it for now. I can't really make progress until I debug what's going on. I can't create anything new, and it's annoying. But no, I've got
Yeah.
nothing to add for now.
Okay. Cool. Thanks for the update, Victoria. Annie, you want to go next? You want me to go
Sure.
next? Okay, go ahead.
This is what I have. So I'm just messing with Materials UI, instead of doing
Yeah.
from uh, doing CSS from scratch because that's going to take me a lot longer. So this would
Yeah.
give us kind of faster way of styling it.
Mhm.
I think I picked the color scheme, but I'm not sure which color would be primary or secondary or accent. But right now it's just plain white. So
Mhm.
I posted a web.
Hmm?
So can you see it
On the Zoom chat, right?
on the Zoom chat?
Ah,
Yes.
okay, cool. My gosh, the link is just every time I see our Netify link, I'm just cracking up. Okay, let's take a look at that. Oh, that looks so good. Wow.
Yeah, Darga added so much activities. So I'm trying to follow the date night product discussion.
Uh-huh.
So I'm creating like a mock data. So I'm not
Hmm.
using Mohammed yet because
Uh-huh.
I'm focusing on the front end styling.
Yeah.
And so I I don't know, I feel kind of disconnected from back end right now.
Okay.
So hopefully once I get the styling done, then I
Hmm.
can look at the back end and see how it's structured. I understand from Angel that Angel, Mo, and Maurice are working on data modeling.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah. I think in the meantime, while they're working on data modeling, I did ask Mo about like the endpoints specifically. That's what I wanted to see what he's done, because like I thought it would be useful to, like, when we're working on everything, to make sure we utilize all the endpoints first before creating any like new stuff. So he actually pointed me towards what is it? What is it? Gosh, I am like, today personally, I am just not able to verbalize anything. I don't know why. I think I'm a little tired. Uh, but I think he said, where did he say? Yes, here. He was saying it's in the Postman workspace, and he said a test for Swagger UI. So for these, I mean, I can resend it to our group, but if you wanted to refer to that, everything should be there first.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Um. Nope, that's it.
Okay. For me, I'm waiting for my PR. I'm just gonna update this while I speak for my PR feedback. And I was looking through everyone's whimsical notes and like just trying to make sure. I kind of want to make sure that I understand everyone's point of view, and then try to see if we're all on the same page in some way. Because at the end of the day, I just want to make sure that we are all speaking the same language, and that it's like simple and realistic to complete by the time the practicum ends. So I want to like be able to support anyone in any way in terms of this area, especially. So yeah, that's my update. So let's talk about the pull requests and code. So we are having some issues with, or we had some bugs with pull requests, right? Or
Yeah.
anything. Do you want to discuss that briefly? Or Victoria, you're talking about a bug, right?
Yeah.
A bug with the file and connecting with backend.
Mhm.
Yeah. For the backend, you mean port 8000 you're not able to connect with?
Pardon?
Is it connecting with backend is pulling the data from port 8000 while you're running port 3000 locally?
Yeah. Yeah. No, well, I think it's mainly about the endpoints, the user endpoints that
Ah,
Mo created. So I'm trying to like make a push request to it and get the data, but I'm getting like an error in my console that I don't understand.
okay. So we can like work on debugging that. I was able to get the data from Mo's backend, so maybe we can try it together first, like at the end of the meeting. And then if we're not able to figure it out together, we can talk with the team about that. Does that sound good? Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fine. Yeah. Yep. Thanks.
Okay. Anything else? That's Victoria's there. Uh, anything else? With the pull requests and code. Annie or Victoria?
I did what Darga suggested that I should on my PR. Let me see if he posted any comments. Um, he made a lot of changes to my stuff.
Okay, you wanna look at it together, or you wanna discuss? I moved your thing to. I realized we weren't moving the what is it? Issues to the right part. And I'm like,
The
no,
cards?
Annie is, yeah. I'm like, we're working on it. It's like, it's not like, it looked like it was like a huge backlog. I'm like, no, our team's working on it. So I moved yours over. Where did it go? Here, right? This one? Styling.
Page 12. I did that. I did all of
Uh,
it.
oh,
I
this one's
did
done? Or is it under review? In review?
this one. It's under review.
Okay, cool.
And deployed to production. That's done.
Oh, this one? Done.
Yeah.
I'll move that. Yay, it's looking better. Wait, let me just I'm kind of like a bit of a list person when I like to like finish things. I feel so much more proud when I'm like, oh yeah, it's like completed. Um, what is it? This is the back end. Where did the front end go? Ah, here. Okay, so now which one were you getting feedback with that you were
On the
style?
styling. Yep. That one.
Okay.
It's under review.
Okay, it's under review. Do you have any questions, or you need us to like look at it together, or you want to like?
Right now at this point, it's just the styling stuff.
Okay.
And coming up with just implementing the design. That's all.
Yeah, that's like definitely one thing I think we can discuss as a front end team when Victoria comes back is like the design part, because I don't want you to feel like you're alone like deciding things. I know that Victoria has a wealth of experience with design related things. So like if there's anything that we can work on in terms of like if you're unsure,
So maybe
talk
you
about it.
can think
Mhm.
of maybe like a home page, like a splash page. You know.
Okay.
I saw this color scheme called Tropical Color Scheme. I don't know if you like these one.
Mhm.
Uh, where is it?
When you're saying a splash page or homepage, you just want to look at more references, or was it could you
I
clarify
saw
what
you.
you mean?
Where is it? Is it summer color scheme? I don't remember. Shoot, I should have saved the page.
Um,
Can
Oh,
you
she's
pull
back.
up?
I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt and just let you know that I'm back.
Yay.
Yay.
We're talking about design. Actually, we could use your feedback too, Victoria, because you have professional experience.
Okay.
This one I really like, but it's defunct. Let me see.
Wait, are you sharing the screen, Annie? Because I can only see Julian's.
No, I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Okay, here's a link in Zoom chat. I'll go down to that one, summer.
Summer. Oh, that's very happy looking. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That one seems in line with what you guys think of, except the color
Mhm.
scheme, you want yellow and orange, right?
Yeah. Let me just try to find where's the notes. Okay, cool. Yeah, that looks cool. Victoria, anything? So Annie is very inspired by. I can take a big look at this. It's called Surf Beach Grunge. Oh, I can't really see it.
It says item no longer available.
Well, that's
So
no
it's
fun.
yeah.
Okay.
It's just simple,
Mm-hmm.
relaxing. It's about having fun.
Yeah.
I like
It
the
does look fun.
fonts.
Mm-hmm.
It's not busy. But if
What
you
are
look further down,
mm-hmm.
there's
Like here, further down the page or like the picture?
the page
Ah, okay.
down right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's kind of a cool event invitation page.
Mm-hmm.
So and
Uh-huh.
I came up with the fonts as well.
Cool.
Um, so yeah, I got to do some little Photoshop. I like Photoshop. So um, there's a really cool website called Pexels.com. You
Mm-hmm.
get like free professional pictures that you can download for free, as long as you credit them.
And there's like Unsplash too. Have you heard of this one?
No, what is it? Unsplash.
I get a lot of free stuff from there too. Same vibes as
Oh,
Pexels if you need to lift anything. Oh, actually, I should be putting that under the group note. Pexels Unsplash. There you go.
Color scheme, Victoria and Jillian. Maybe you could put together like a list of like primary, secondary color, warning, information color, uh, success color.
You wanted to see it like idea like sets of. Could I clarify? You want us to send you some schemes that that we like that are primary and secondary?
Yeah, that would be really helpful.
Okay.
Materials UI has a guide about color scheme. It's really cool. Let me show you. Docs.
Okay.
Materials
Yeah.
UI.
I have like one of my design friends. I never went to design school, so like Victoria, I don't know. This is like sounds very unprofessional, but like I did watch my friend who's in branding like do this cool thing where she takes like a photo of inspiration, like let's say a beach, right? And she picks out like tones from that photo and then they do something magic and they somehow like choose the right combo, which seems to take a long time. But like that scene designers do that. Never actually tried it myself.
Yeah, most designers usually say that the best color palettes are gotten from nature. So they take pictures of flowers or the beach, just something related to nature, and then they can like generate a palette from it. You just there are websites that can help you convert an image to a palette, and then yeah, create a palette from it and continue designs.
Oh, that would be cool. I don't know any. I mean, I think I've seen something like that, but I never really had to use it. A palette tool to extract colors from photos.
Mm.
I'll have to ask my design friends about that. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can help you with that, Annie. Anything else about the design for the website? Like fonts, you're cool with that. You found something you like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. the only thing about fonts I do know, which you probably know too, Annie, is like I think there's always the fallback fonts, right? If they for some reason the computer doesn't load the font that you have chosen as the primary, so you have the backup
Yeah.
ones all selected too.
Oh yeah,
Okay, cool. Just checking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did HTML, CSS almost like more
Like a
than
long
decade.
time. Okay, sweet. I just brought it up just to you probably already know. I just
I wish we could go back to like early 2000 webpage. They were so much fun, so creative.
I wish I
know,
could find
it's
my
all
old websites.
modern, so washed, capitalistic
Yeah.
washed.
Ooh.
It's all about making money,
Uh,
boring.
it's slick, corporate looking. Okay, so that's okay, the design. Anything else? I think that's for me, I don't have anything to add. I think I'm just more concerned about the terminology and features that we're going to do because I want to be able to help on more of the component part. While you guys also work on we're all working on it, but like I also want to be able to make sure I get the naming right because I felt so confused at the last meeting and I felt really bad that I was like showing a design layout and it was like everyone was confused and I'm like, oh my god.
I
Oh, it's not your
understood.
fault.
I understood. I think Mo was having trouble distinguishing between a couple of words.
Okay,
And
yeah.
like event activity. Like I knew what you were talking about, but I think it helps if we write down the distinction between those words. But there's one thing I
Yeah.
do agree with Mo. I think creating a group might be too much. Like there's redundancy between events and group. So
Mhm. Yeah, let's look at it together. And then Victoria, you wanted to say something too?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Dagger created like a glossary, like a
Yes.
dictionary of words. So I don't know if that's been helpful. We can use that to understand the different terminologies.
Yes, I have it up right here. So what I will do to kind of just guide us through to make sure we look at it all together is I was thinking, and unless you guys have another idea, I'm going to just look at all our layouts like here, or maybe we can look at the glossary first, and then we look at like everyone's input, and then just make sure we're on the same page. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah, sound reasonable. Okay, so this is basically the use case, right? So Darger wrote a use case where the main parent is like the group, and then it has like sub things, the owner user, member user, and group events. And within group events, there are separate events.
mhm. Oh yeah, maybe the hierarchy makes sense. Yeah.
The hierarchy makes sense. Victoria, is it
Um,
like
Yeah, it makes sense. Like what Dagger's written makes sense. But during the last meeting, we said we're not having groups anymore. Or, or is it
Like,
is events now called groups? Because yeah, I don't quite understand this. So if we're not having groups anymore, would groups still be like the top level um, item, or is it just going to be users, events, activities?
I think the question is which one, be given the time constraint, like should we focus on the group aspect or the event aspect? Like either or. Like should we focus on creating a group and then creating events within the group? Or from user standpoint, do we just only focus on the events rather than groups?
So that
I
hasn't been
I
decided.
I always saw it like the whole point. Sorry, Victoria. I always saw it as
It's
like date night. Sorry, there's like a lag. Do you wanna go?
yeah. Okay, let me log out and join again.
No.
Give me a minute.
I always feel
Thank
bad when I like speak and I hear Victoria wanting to say something and then it's like lagged and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to interrupt her.
I'm gonna go grab coffee. I'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey,
Is it
yay.
better now?
Yeah, it's better now. I was just telling Annie I felt bad sometimes where I think you were going to speak after like there's like a lag and then I say something and then I hear it like you starting and I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't want to interrupt her.
Yeah, it's fine. I know you didn't do that on purpose. Okay.
Okay.
Thing.
You know what's really cool? We're meeting from different continents.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think that's like definitely one of those things that I think working in a group is like a interesting experience is like working across different time zones and stuff.
Mhm.
What Annie was just saying about like having a focus on events versus groups. I'm just gonna put this down.
Yeah, so yeah, that's my question.
Okay. And Victoria, you wanted to say something too, right? And before you logged out and logged in.
Yeah, I wanted to just figure out if it's what was the question? If you've decided whether it's going to be just events or groups then events.
Or groups
Like groups
of
top level.
events.
Yeah, groups and events or an event in a group. If that makes sense.
Or groups of events, right?
Group and events.
Plus events. Just like, is this what you mean? I that
So, well, yeah, like group events only or group and events together. Exactly. Yeah.
okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm also confused about that as well. Because how I had when I was like talking about it from the beginning, I always saw of it as kind of like a concept of a to-do list, and then it would just be like people that could log into the to-do list and then like add to it and like vote on it. That was like basically it was like the most I didn't think of it as like a adding group thing. I think it
Yeah.
is something I didn't consider when I was like originally like talking about it. So that's why I got even more confused because what I had originally thought of it as was different from how it turned out to be. So then I got even more confused. But like maybe I missed out a lot of stuff. So like yeah. We can take a look at what everyone did so far. So like basically I think everyone was focused on ooh, this page. Angel gave feedback where this is focusing on the next version. Angel says she wants to capture what she was hearing, but she didn't focus on the UX or design. So if you guys want to add anything to that, feel free to do so. And then this is the flow for adding and selecting events and users.
Okay,
So-
so, oh, sorry.
Oh, no. What were you saying, Victoria?
I was just trying to like interpret the flow that you created, like how this is going to work.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, because I was looking at your mock-up too, and it has like very similar things. So we
Yeah.
can look at it together and then just see how it can be fused, or if we were thinking about similar things, and then like just clarifying with the whole group what the vision that the front end team has like agreed that we see with that. So the first flow would be, we're going to welcome back the users, and then it's just add an event. And on this page, it will have what events were already on the page. And then upon clicking add an event, then you can click on ideas here, or you can manually, yeah, you can add to the event. And I was thinking for this one was like manually putting an event, but I don't know what this. Oh, it's like, I think what Angel was saying is like there are some ideas first, so we're not even manually adding events. You're just picking from a database of events, it looks like. Did you all interpret it similarly?
The second
Really?
page, yeah,
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
idea generated, yeah.
Yeah, because I can see when she wrote things like this, then that means that you're adding everything that's pre-existing on the database. And then upon clicking the event, then it will just tell you what they're voting on, and then it has the event name and description. So like I'm guessing if this is a family reunion, then you just have ideas what you can do for the family reunion, and then they vote on the activities. It's going to render on this page with all the things that you want to do possibly for the family reunion. And then you would type in family reunion and the description, meeting up with family and adding email. And then upon deciding that, then you add the events. And it will
there
render
a-
those.
Hard limit to suggested activities on the event?
I'm not sure. I'm going to ask that question.
I mean, do you want it to be? Like, you can only suggest up to 4 activities or 5 activities. Like, too much choice, too many choices is bad, right?
Yeah.
So I think 3 to 5 ideas are like the sweet number.
Yeah.
Paradox of choices.
I agree with that. Victoria, what do you think? Where did this go? I'm lost. Sorry. Too many windows open. Where did it?
Is Victoria?
Yeah, she's there. She's pondering, maybe, or is frozen. I don't know.
Is she frozen?
Victoria?
Victoria.
Do you want to like message her? Wait, let me just, yeah.
To say, are you alive?
Oh, Victoria, we need you.
So maybe like up to 5 suggestions.
Yeah. I think so. I think basically it would make sense for suggested activities if it was like related to a topic. You know, let's say if it was like outdoor, like how I saw it was that when you have the database of activities, there would be tags, like it would be under different categories. So we would just choose like maybe 3 categories, like outdoor, indoor, and restaurant.
Wasn't there an API that you found? Like it
There
gives
was
you a random.
I'm sorry. I didn't find an API for that. I just found like I was just suggesting Google Maps stuff, but I didn't see which API. Maybe I also have like a memory of a butterfly for some things. So
Look at the Google Sheet.
ah, let's see. Home. Uh,
Since they redesigned Slack, it just gets harder to navigate.
I was just saying the same thing. Um, I don't know why they changed something that didn't need to be changed. It was working just fine. Okay, here's the API, right? Oh, board API.
Board API.
Yeah, we could integrate. Let's take a look at that. Victoria, are you following along or can you hear us?
Have you seen the meme about today's Zoom meeting is late 1800 seance?
No, you're gonna have to send that to, you can send that to our Slack channel. Okay, so we're gonna just, I'm gonna just like add this to the notes so that everyone can see that. Okay. Victoria?
Here, I posted on the Zoom chat.
That's like us right now. And then it's like Victoria is cloning herself. Oh my God, there's so many Victorias. There's like 3 Victorias. I hope that like the rest of the team gets to watch this video. They're gonna have fun.
Victoria, are you here with us?
Victoria number 3.
Give us a sign.
I am. I think I am. Oh gosh. Sorry. Is this a sign? Can you see
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, great. Oh, I'm so sorry about that.
Should we integrate the board API into
Yeah.
the project?
That's
Make
such
them
a good suggestion. Then we don't have to create mock data or anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, great suggestion, Annie. And then
Isn't that your original idea though? Isn't that originally what you wanted to do?
yeah, well, not me. It's like I was just trying to suggest why I was suggesting the activities like idea for the app was because it was like a more souped up version of a to-do list, and I thought it was going to be like a little bit easier to produce. But like, yeah, things get challenging.
If we can't finish this project,
Mhm.
do you think Mary Alice would let us extend? Like to
Well, we can tag her in our Zoom video and see what she says. hopefully not. Let's like knock on wood and see if we can finish it by then. Okay.
I'm thinking of doing
Um,
a practicum after this because I need to gain experience on working with other people and especially the Git flow as well. It's overwhelming.
it is. I'm with you on that. And I'm also lost because I can't find where the file is. One moment, everyone. Maybe. Here. Okay, so that was Victoria. I just wanted to make sure with Angel was suggesting the flow. Is this clear what she was trying to like? She was trying to visualize what everyone was talking about. So are you clear with what she put here, or do you have any questions?
I feel like I missed the most part of it.
Oh.
Like you were trying to explain it, but
Mm.
yeah, my Wi-Fi connection.
Okay, I'm gonna just repeat it. Okay. Oh no.
Oh, we lost her.
Yeah. Victoria?
Who murdered you?
Maybe Victoria, maybe we can turn
Tell
off
us.
the camera.
Yeah, maybe that'll help. Turn off the camera.
I mean, we love seeing you. It's not that we don't like seeing you. But like maybe it might help the speed somehow.
Maybe I can turn off my camera. Maybe that'll
Yeah,
help.
we can all turn off our cameras collectively. This is like the
Yeah.
most like wait, how do let's stop video. Victoria, we turned off our cameras in solidarity with you. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Hopefully it'll give you a better connection.
No.
Yeah,
okay.
we
But I
can
think
hear
I
you
can
now.
see myself twice. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
we can see you
I can
twice.
see myself twice. Like I can see two Victorias. I don't know.
There were three at
Okay, I
some
don't know what's
point.
happening.
We do need all the help we can get for the practicum, so if you can clone yourself, like it's always welcome. So we were saying for Angel's feedback,
Okay, let me
so she was visualizing what everyone was saying. And so you welcome
Yeah.
back the user and you add an
Mhm.
event and then you have ideas and the ideas are preloaded. So it's like from the back end, like the backend API. Hello, everyone? Are you there?
Yeah, wait, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay. And
Wait,
then
sorry.
Eh?
Sorry, Julia. I'm so sorry to interrupt. I just need to understand what you just said. So the user comes here, they click on pre-generated ideas
Mhm.
first, right?
Yeah. So let's say we want a family reunion. That's
Mhm.
the event, right? So then maybe we don't know what we want to do for the family reunion. Maybe go to grandma's house, go hiking, or play video games.
Mhm.
Then there's like a preloaded list, and then you can just press check and then choose like as many as you want to add to the event.
Okay, so this carousel is going to be for like the kind of event. So if it's an anniversary or birthday, is that what would be shown in the carousel up here?
No, it's like it's just things to do.
This
Not birthday, but it's like what do you want to do during a birthday, right? It would be like go to a park or go skiing. So it's a preloaded list of things to do, like outdoor activities, indoor activities. So first is like you have the event.
wait, okay, I think I'm still
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Hello?
wait, oh, on the
You can hear me?
same page
Okay.
where you have an event page. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like there's still a lag somewhere, but I keep speaking. On the same where the user lands on that same page, they see the button have an event, and there's also an event below that button.
I'm so sorry. I didn't hear the last part of your question.
Oh gosh. Okay, so when the user lands on this page, do they
Mhm.
see this add event button and also see the list of events below? Because I can see this your events
Uh,
sticky note. What is that?
oh, this one was a very, very poorly designed UX where the whole concept was like it's supposed to be like Airbnb where you can see
No,
some visual
like
like
on the first page, you see add an event.
oh yeah, it's just like add a new like family
That's a
reunion. So event is like I would look at event more as like a date. Like we want to do something on October 1st kind of thing. It's like a decided upon event. And then the activities would be the things you would do during that date.
Okay.
This is how she had
So
visualized
whatever
it.
you select,
Then you select a bunch of things. Like,
right?
so let's say we're going to have a front end team building activity. That's the event, front end team building activity. So then in the front end team building activity, we could choose different things. Maybe Annie likes board games. And then I like going on a jog. And then you want to like just chill at a restaurant. So then we would just choose some suggested things that are already in the database and just check the ones we want and then click add.
Okay.
And then upon clicking on that, then it will just show, it's going to render all the things you chose to add. And then you put event name, front end team building activity, description, maybe like meeting up with the front end to get to know team members. Then you can add email and then click on save event details.
Oh, we're adding email addresses. I thought we were going to just invite people that are registered in the database.
That's what I thought too.
Okay.
So that's why I got like confused too. Or did I write that? Maybe I wrote that. Maybe I confused myself. I do that a lot.
Wait, what was the question?
She was like, we thought that we're just adding people that were already existing on the app, not new emails.
Oh,
Remember that conversation we had near the end of their meeting last time?
right, yeah.
Yeah. Did I?
Didn't we talk about not using the invitation link?
Yeah, I think that's why
No.
I don't think I added that on the original. Well, I don't know. So we need to decide on that together or like just we can ask that as a question. So like do you want to just add that as a question that we have for the team?
Yeah.
So front
I was,
end.
I was thinking like Facebook,
Mm,
you just get connected with other existing users and
yeah.
when you create an event, you just click on your friends list.
Ah, so you're saying to add people first. I think that's a good thought, Annie. Could you hold that thought? Because like I'm just going to show you what everyone wrote, and
Okay.
then we're going to just decide together what makes the most sense. That would be the most the easiest to show within the time frame we have.
Mm-hmm.
So where did I put that here? Let me just zoom in. Sorry if I get you guys dizzy. This is an event. I saw events as different from groups. I just saw event as activities to do, and then the group is just something where you can add people in manually. But I think my schema was a little messed up, confusing. So this is the flow that I had a vision, which is just like you choose manual or suggested input. The user already they don't have to join a group. They just choose manual or suggested input and they can create their own events. And then if they want to add people at some point, they could by making a group. But they could have just an event list where you can just create things on your own and not invite anyone. Like if you have no friends or family, you still can use our app.
Oh yeah.
That's how I saw it. But like maybe it was flawed logic. Like they could just have like when they create an account, they have a new group or join group, and then you invite people to the group and then you add activities. And then that's how I saw it. I didn't see it as like, I just saw a group. I didn't see, what is the terminology? Where did that go? Wait,
Yeah.
where's wait, where did it go?
I think
Well,
it's still in that.
from what I
yeah.
understand,
It's there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't see events as a social engagement organized for a group. I just saw events and activities as one thing.
From
think
what
that-
I understood originally from your idea, Joe, was that it's an idea. It's an app that generates ideas or activities suggested to a couple for a date night.
Yeah, but it changed because we made it more inclusive, right? So that idea is like evolved. And so the
I
group
want
one,
to keep it exclusive.
well, I think it's a bit too late. No, I don't know. So that was why I had like changed, which is fine. But now I think the focus seems to be more on creating groups and like specific group dates. Like there was a conversation about having a specific date or like thing. Like if we wanted to plan like a Christmas event, then we would have to like have activities in the Christmas event rather than just like a huge list of things that the group can do over time. Because how I saw it was like a huge ongoing list where people just keep on adding where things can be done over time and then you can just choose what you want to do.
So from top down,
Mm-hmm.
so our focus is creating your own social group, right? On the app.
Mm-hmm.
And within that group, you're just um you're just putting out there, hey guys, what do you think about this Saturday at this time? Do you want to do it or not? Right? And then
I mean, mm-hmm.
and the members with that group will say, yeah, I can come or not come. Or if people are able to come, they can vote the activity.
I think it's changed to be like that, but how this is how the idea was generated for me was like it was just basically a brainstorm list of like things you could do eventually with that group, and then people just like vote on what they want to do at that moment. Like it would just like eventually like you just choose collectively, maybe with votes or like decide, like you click a button and then press decide or something, and then it's like you decide you want to do that activity.
Mhm.
But like it doesn't have to be like that. From what it sounds like, Annie, it's going to be more like what you were saying of like having a specific event date or like purpose, right? It's like a family reunion, it's a Christmas holiday thing, and then you would choose activities within the event.
Um,
I think it goes along with what Angel was trying to visualize below.
so
I
we
think it
don't
matched.
pick a date or a time, just like announcing to the groups like, hey, for Christmas or family reunion.
Mhm.
We don't have to decide on the date yet, but let's decide on an activity.
Yeah, for now, because the date, I think we decided not to put that because it gets too complicated. But that could be like another feature that would be added when you have the event. Because the event is already the name description. Eventually, you could add just a component that had choose date.
All
Right.
right.
I mean, that's what makes sense. And then let me see. Let's look at what Victoria did too, and then we can get some idea. Because I really like what Victoria did actually. Um, this is that's the group page. This is the explore page. Because I think it really has Victoria like really captured what Annie was saying about the social media feed and everything. So she has the event name, location, and date. And then Victoria, actually, do you want to present it? Because I think it'd be better.
At this point, I'm still really confused on what we're supposed to do. But what I did here, um, I'll just use your what you're presenting, or do you want me to present um share my screen instead, or you just yeah, I don't know.
I'll just
Do
move
you
for
want
you.
great. Yeah, so what I had in mind was when creating an event, the user would go through this four-step process where the first thing is to input the general detail of the event and maybe add a picture, a fancy, cool picture to just, make this look fun or personalize this. And here they can have the description, what the event is going to be about, so that the users or the invitees would understand what this event is about and they're not confused. Here they can search for an activity. I'm assuming would have like a database of activities, and when the user searches for it, they can see the list and then select the ones they would like to do, or add a custom activity if what they want to do is not a part of the listed items. Um, the whole thing, you can just ignore that because I wasn't quite sure how that was going to work. So we can just ignore that and then move on to the activity. This is still poll. So just let's ignore polls and then just move straight to invites. And here was where I thought we would send email invites to the invitees. So once you're done creating the once you're done filling out the details and filling out the activity, you can now invite the people who you'd like to come for this event and then put in the names, click on invite, it gets added to this list. You can edit it or delete it. And then once you're done, just click on create and you get like an illustration saying created successfully, and then you can view the events
Mm-hmm.
from there.
That makes sense to me. Very clear. Actually, I think it aligns with everything we're talking about. They're just like, I think you added more features because you're not sure, right? So,
Yeah.
let's see, I want to also go over what you had with the user. Did you have a section with no, you didn't, right? With like what happens when you're voting, or you didn't add that because it didn't exist at that time, right? Like upvoting or something. Was that there?
I think it's somewhere on the view events page. Is there like a let me go to the Whimsy profile. It's
Hmm.
there too. Oh, the voting thing was supposed to be up here. If you can click on my cursor.
Where's your
Um,
cursor?
My
Ah,
cursor at the top of, I mean, my avatar rather, not my cursor.
I can't find you.
Not my avatar at the top, just right at the top of the page. You
On the
can,
top.
yeah, where the share button is, share thumbs up,
Here.
the top bar.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So you'd be able to follow me.
Huh?
Wait, so let me,
Wait, follow
first,
here?
wait, did you click on the purple avatar like me, the V avatar?
Ah, okay.
Click. Yeah.
My bad here.
Yeah, so this is where the voting thing was supposed to be. But this is, yeah. Um so the user sees like this page with all of the
Mm-hmm.
information, and they can vote, and the people who are voted will be on this side with their
Mm-hmm.
avatars. And you can view the votes to see who's voted for which. I think that's as far as I've gone with votes, because again, I was confused and decided to just stop there and get feedback before doing anything else.
Cool. Annie, do you have any questions or anything about Victoria's like version of the app?
Uh, for create an event, right? Should we
Wait, let me
start with creating a group first and
mm-hmm.
then create an event instead of the other way around like Angel did?
Let me just write that down. Hold on. I'm just gonna update the notes, okay?
I feel like it's
Uh,
easier. Make a group first. A guest.
mhm.
Make a group first, and then make an event.
I
So
agree with you, Annie, because of the hierarchy of like
yeah,
what Darga was saying here, right? Is it goes off of this, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about writing an email address and sending out a link. Let's not do that.
Yeah. Then we could have like on the next version of our app, we can just have the users already like in the database.
Yeah.
Okay.
It-
So sorry, I just have a quick question. If we're creating groups and events, does that mean there's a possibility of having two events in a group, like two different events created?
yeah,
Okay.
which would make sense because under the next part of the hierarchy is potluck dinner or movie night. So they're two different events.
All right.
And
Yeah.
then under the event would be sub activities to choose from.
Yeah, this really makes sense. I like the way Dagger, um, wrote this out, because I was so confused during the last meeting, and
Yeah.
I still don't know what direction we're headed.
Yeah, I'm super clear now that when I talk to everyone.
Yeah. So we need to like communicate that to Mo because Mo was having problem understanding.
Yeah, he's maybe he might be, but he seemed to get the concept. Maybe he was confused of I think the thing about Mo is like when you explain it to him, he can immediately visualize what each person is saying. And so like he got confused when he heard conflicting information from different members. Perhaps I'm guessing because I had seen it also differently too. And so because like yeah, when I explain to him anything, he immediately picks up on the concept.
Yeah.
So I think we just all need to be on the same page. And I think it'll be so much easier for everyone when we just like agree on one thing and then just tell them like, okay, yeah, like we talked about it and we all agreed that we want to do XYZ. And then I think everyone can like give feedback a lot more easier with that. And then I also want to make sure that all of what everyone was saying was kind of aligned together. So we can look at Annie's next. And Annie, maybe I think could you explain what you drew here?
So my, like we could integrate from what I understand originally was
Mhm.
that we integrate board API,
Mm-hmm.
give us a generated list of ideas of
Mm-hmm.
activities, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the other, and then on the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
added to that board API
Mm-hmm.
could put together a list of user generated activity,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then compile that list
Mm-hmm.
and then use that also as a
Mm-hmm.
suggested idea.
So would that be like two different APIs it would be pulling from?
It'll be two different APIs, right? So
Mm-hmm.
user generated list and board API.
Uh-huh.
And then you just put them together and then just randomly select activity from a vast list of suggestions. So, and like I
Okay.
said, the user generated list is an added feature,
Mm-hmm.
but in real life, in business sense, that could be really valuable data to have.
Another feature. Okay, so I'm writing that down, Annie, and I see where you're coming from too. So I think this is a really cool idea. Victoria, do you have any questions about this?
No, I'm happy with that idea. Yeah.
I have a question though. Like the yes, no, click on more detail. Is this for like adding it to the feed, or is it like like how these were just like we have
Yeah,
the
like
checkbox.
like, mm-hmm. So, like, hey, here's some ideas. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A yes and no is just you could or add
Yeah.
event. I mean, add that idea.
Oh, I see. So yours is kind of like a faster, like, I would imagine it would just be something you'd like quickly like, yes, no. It's like I would imagine if it were like a mobile app, you would swipe it or like interact with it in some way, right? It would be faster.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? Is that what you were visualizing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just to summarize what I think everyone kind of talked about today, we're kind of looking at Darga's like example use case.
Mm-hmm.
And we agree we like the format, but we would prefer the group to be created first before the event. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I had so I'll update the team in the notes with that, but I had some questions I asked Darga. So there were two. I mean, I think I got the event thing already. I understand this now, but I'm confused about shortlisted activity and vote. He added this. So can I introduce this to you or like just review this again? Shortlisted activity is any one of several activities which an event host has added to their event. It can be voted for by the group members to potentially become an event's chosen activity. So what Darga was saying, like I'm sorry.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, so what Dargo is saying is like there was like basically no point in having a list of activities if it can't be like chosen, right? You have to kind of like choose what you want to do. So he has the term shortlisted activities.
Wait, is that like suggested activities and then the users vote on which one they would like to do? Is that the shortlist?
I think I wrote when he added the word shortlisted, he didn't use that in the previous discussions. He said, what I was trying to indicate here is that there's a list of all the activities in the world, which we got from the site to choose from. But then when you create an event, you need to give it 2 or 3 or 10 activities to vote between. I was calling that shortlisted activities, but maybe there's a better name. then the activities that was receiving the most vote I called chosen activities, but maybe winning
Oh.
activities should be something should be better.
Okay, I think I get what you mean.
I still don't really understand the shortlisted part of it.
From what I understand, it's like the suggested activities. So, I don't know where the data is coming from, the API. There will be like a list of different activities that the group owner can suggest to the group, like, okay, we can either go bowling, watch a movie at the cinema, or I don't know, picnic, like 5 different activities. Those are the shortlisted, or in my own language, suggested activities. And then the owner puts that forward and says, okay, what would you guys like to do? These are 5 different activities. What should we do? And then everyone votes on it, and the votes with the activity with the highest vote is what they decide to do, which is the chosen activity.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, I just didn't see shortlisted activities as something that needed to be manually selected. I just thought that a shortlisted activity is anything that's literally voted on. That's how I understood it. What about you, Annie?
I think from what I've read is you as a host, you just selecting like 3, 4, or 5 activities from the long list,
Yeah,
Mhm.
long
same.
suggested list, right?
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
just put them out there. That's
Mm-hmm.
your short list. I
Yeah.
think that's what Darga is
So,
specifically typing it.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. Okay.
Well, if
It
you
makes
I-
look
sense.
if you look at the web the website that I just designed,
But he put here events hosts can shortlist several shortlisted activities. Okay.
yeah, you can shortlist your shortlist.
Wait, what? Okay, what he's saying is like basically
Basically, you just do 3, 4, or 5 activities for the event. That's it.
So would it make sense for would it be easier for this version? Oh, sorry, this is like a mess. Should we just have the shortlist have X amount? Like what Annie was saying is too overwhelming when you vote on too many things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
said
maybe-
3, 4, or 5.
Okay, so we're gonna put that this shortlisted activities should range from at least from 3 to 5. Can we agree on that?
It can be 2 to 5. I would say the maximum would be 5.
Victoria, any say?
Yeah. Minimum of 2, maximum of 5. That's fine.
Okay, cool. And then let me just read it to Sun. The voting window, I had a question about. The period immediately after an event is created during which group members can cast votes for their favorite of the event's shortlisted activities. When the event's voting window ends, whichever shortlisted activity received the most votes from the group members becomes the event's chosen activity. Voting window has a duration defined during event created by the host user. So then
Yeah.
I asked that. From my understanding, there wasn't a voting window or duration needed. Just the most popular events go to the top of the page. Did we decide on this for sure? Then Darga responded and says, this is another place where I filled in what seemed to be a blank functionality in the functionality. Maybe we don't need it. Are you saying we never officially showed that an activity has won, but we just showed the current ranking forever? If so, that seems weird to me because if more people come in and vote, the winning event could change right at the last minute or something. If we have a window of time to vote and then the highest vote is officially chosen or wins, that felt like the simplest way to choose it compared to making a float where the owner manually selects it. So that's what Darga said about voting window. And I wanted to make sure we're all on the same page about this.
Basically,
Yeah.
give a deadline. Like, should we give a deadline like 3 days before the event to vote?
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of what
Like
I was trying to.
before or the of?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was trying to also visualize that in my mock, like with
Mm-hmm.
the poll duration thingy.
Mm-hmm. Let's go back there. Your mock. Which part, Victoria? Like this one?
If you can click on my avatar again, please.
Ah, sorry.
Yeah, so you can just see where I'm at.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was trying to like put the settings here. So poll duration, there'll be like 24 hours, 1 day, 2 days, and then here you can like put other settings. How long,
Okay.
how many people can vote? Can you vote on more than one activity? Can you edit your vote? Um, yeah, this page, I think, are we on the same page? No?
Yeah, yeah. I just put everything on like one gigantic file. So like everyone's stuff can be seen and heard.
Okay, great. So yeah, I understand where Darby is coming from. There definitely has to be like a deadline for the poll to end so that you
Yeah.
can see which activity has the most vote and people can, decide what they're doing.
Mhm.
Let's write this one. Annie, what were you gonna say?
Um, it's a different subject, but are we have we decided?
For the poll.
Yeah,
Let me
for the
just
poll.
let me just like type in the correct name because I don't want to use a voting window, not poll. Voting window. I think keep feature. In my opinion, it should start like if it's like the easiest, if it's like a version 1 or like a primary version, like an earlier version, we just set it for like one time period, like 1 hour. We just choose something arbitrary.
Okay.
So instead of having multiple times, like you were saying in the drop down, Victoria,
Yeah.
for the initial version, it should just be like, I don't know,
Um,
1 hour or something.
Oh.
I don't know, 1 day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I'm sure everyone
Right.
can do it in
No,
a day. Okay. So do we know if
Hmm?
sorry, I was just gonna ask, do we know if we're going to allow users vote for more than one activity, or is it just one activity per person? One vote.
Can we do multiple choices? I
Yeah.
mean, is that your question?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. That's my question.
should we allow people to vote multiple activities or just one activity per person?
I'm just looking at what Dargo was writing too, just to see what he had written here. There was no indication of that. How I never really considered that. Like maybe Victoria, you had more insight, like a foresight than me. I just thought you could vote on more than one because if the idea is really bad, then it would get voted.
You do the American way or the British way?
Wow, this guy's so political.
On how we vote for politicians in office. So in America, you can only cast one vote, right?
Mm-hmm.
But European countries, you can select number one candidate for number one position, and the number two, you vote for another candidate. Like you're ranking your candidates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I add something though? For the if we have the logic of the shortlisted activities ranging from 2 minimum and max of 5, then it would make sense to only have one vote in the primary version. Otherwise, you could have like I vote for all 5 of them, and there's only 2 people in the group, and like there's no like activity voted, right?
Yeah, it
We
defeats
can
the whole
do
purpose.
we can do one vote or we can do ranking.
How does
I
ranking
think
work?
ranking is more complicated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you think about it from the
Okay.
for the back end, like they have to calculate the ranking system, right? Or you can do one vote per person, which makes it a lot easier to calculate.
How does that sound? So can you guys see my notes when I'm typing?
Yeah.
So I'm just putting future, or this primary version starts with 1 vote per person. Does that sound good?
I like the ranking system. It makes more sense than stupid American one vote.
How would, I think for that one, like we might have to have logic as you were saying. So like then did you want to calculate the logic for that? The algorithm for ranking.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
Okay.
You just look at
Annie,
number 1 position and see which one pops up the most, right? And then you look at number 2 position and you look at what pops up the most, and then you look at number 3 and then you see what pops up the most. That's how you calculate. It's just an extra step. It's not complicated, but for the back end to calculate to program that is
Uh-huh.
that it's doable, but it's complicated to code. To
So
calculate in your head is easy. It's very easy. It's just executing it that's the issue.
So for this, I think I'm just going to write everything here and then have the entire team like listen to this meeting and then leave comments on this file or in the Slack channel. And then I think at least as a front end team, we can collectively agree that we're on the same page with this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Any other things that you all want to comment on, like whether it be the glossary or the use case or anything else?
Well, if we're gonna integrate with Board API, maybe we should use their data model system as well.
Yeah.
Because their model system is very simple.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to Board API,
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna paste it. Hold on. There we go. That pasted horribly, but okay.
That's just it, right? So
Yeah.
we don't need to worry about accessibility. So
It's just the key and
here's
activity and type, even if we have time for that. Cool.
There's price if people are worried about the cost, but I think rather than category, we should use type instead of category.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So we have that. Let me just see anything else. Okay, great. Yes, Victoria.
I've just got one more question.
Sure.
So still related to voting. Once a user casts the vote, are they going to be allowed to change their vote?
That's a good question. I think for the first version, they cannot. What do you guys think? I know that sounds kind of mean.
Yes. But I see where you're coming from.
What do you guys think?
I think if it's not too hard to implement on the back end, then maybe we should give them that option. But if it's
Um,
complicated, then no.
Can back end team provide insight, please?
Yeah, American way. Let's do it.
Okay, good question, Victoria. Any other questions or anything that I missed on the notes? I just want to make sure everyone gets to add. I think we made a lot of progress today, actually, with like being on the same page and talking about what's needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
My priority right now is for
Uh-huh.
you to give me the color palette.
Okay. And then for me, it's just like making sure that we have everything on the same page for this, the features and everything, so that I can help make the components or like add more things to that.
Yeah.
Victoria, anything else that you want to add to?
No, I think that's it. Just need to be on the
Cool.
same page with everyone.
Cool. So I know it's getting a little bit later, and I know that Annie has something coming up. Do you want to spend a little bit of time talking about debugging anything? I know that one of the things we discussed was connecting to the back end, and I know that Annie and Victoria, you both had issues with that.
Mine
Yeah,
is-
Is
I
that
don't
right?
think
I'm good on that part.
Okay.
I'm not good. Please
Eh,
help.
Okay. So Victoria, you're having issues connecting with backend, and then Annie, you had a question. Let me just go back at the notes. You had something that you had some backend questions I wrote here, but it was related to Mo's setup, or
Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm saying like I'm behind on Mo's work, so I need to study.
okay. So it'd just be helpful, just like um to
Like
keep
the data model.
with
What's the data
the data.
model?
Okay.
The endpoint. I need to look at them. That's all. Because I've been so focused on making
Mhm.
our website pretty.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I would just like link you basically first. I'll put it on the notes here so that everyone has it. I'm just gonna post these two for the time being, and I think they're working on it as well collectively. And he set up Swagger. I'm gonna put this here. Okay, so I guess for the time being, Annie, you can refer to these links while they update the data model. Okay. Is there anything else that I missed, or
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Annie, you good?
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay, Annie, I know that you have church at some point soon. So I think I'll debug a little with Victoria to see how much, I don't know how much I can help, and I don't know, but feel free to stay on the call, or if you have to leave, I also understand you got other stuff planned for the day. So Victoria, do
My
you have
church is
time?
literally 5 minutes away. So
Okay. Victoria, do you have time to debug, or do you want to save that for another time?
Oh, please, I want to do that right now, if
Okay,
possible.
I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. Do you want me to turn off the recording?
Yeah, so it doesn't get too long. This is
Okay.
yeah,